Hey everyone, and welcome to the next video here on Pokemon Productions. Today I'm going to be doing another video game review and another Sonic game review. I've been actually wanting to review this game for a while now, so might as well get started now. This is what I seem to find as one of the more underrated racing games from Sonic. Today I'm going to be discussing Sonic Riders. As you can see, I have the PS2 version of the original, the very first Sonic Riders game. Like I said, this is quite an underrated game. I don't really hear it talked about that much when it comes to Sonic the Hedgehog. And that's a bit of a shame because this is a pretty good game. I'll read you the back of the box as I always do. Try to keep up. The bigger the trick, the greater the power. Ride the turbulence to ramp up speed. Fierce racing rivalry, beat 'em or get beaten. Pull massive tricks and boost your power. Up to 4 players battle it out in multiplayer mode. Sonic takes on Dr. Eggman's challenge for the fastest air rider at the World Grand Prix. Compete against new rivals, the Babylon Rogues, as you pull off insane tricks and catch massive air. So, Sonic Riders was released in 2006, the year of Sonic's 15th anniversary. In fact, there's actually a little 15th anniversary badge on the game case there. And it is essentially Sonic and his friends, Tails and Knuckles, get roped into competing into the World Grand Prix by Dr. Eggman, who is claiming whoever wins the tournament gets one wish of their choice, and all they have to do to enter is given a Chaos Emerald. One entry is worth 1 Chaos Emerald. And you can easily see that this is just another plan of Eggman's to get the Chaos Emeralds. And we do actually meet the new characters, the Babylon Rogues, who are introduced in this game. Jet the Hawk, Wave the Swallow, and Storm the Albatross. And I must say, Jet is one of the coolest Sonic villains. Well, I say Sonic villains, he's more of a... Well, I wouldn't say he was a full-on villain, but he's basically a bit of a... He can be a bit of a jerk from time to time, and he is a bit big-headed. He's got a big ego. He thinks he's the greatest in the world, but I just find him enjoyable, Jet. I think he's a really cool character. Wave is basically the tech genius, and Storm, he's basically the bumbling powerhouse idiot. So the main vehicles the characters use to race are these hoverboards known as Extreme Gears. And they basically just ride them around the different courses. Almost like skateboards, that sort of thing, or surfboards, anything like that. Except you're riding on air, and the boards are powered by air. You go through the gameplay basically consists of these different gears, where you just go around corners and do tricks off of ramps, and you have to keep an eye on your air meter, because if it runs out, then you actually have to physically run, and that's a lot slower than on a board. There are actually two different stories in the game: the Team Hero story, which is Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and the Babylon story, which is Jet, Wave, and Storm. The Babylon story sees them trying to find this treasure of Babylon, and them getting introduced to Sonic for the first time. And Eggman actually makes a bit of an alliance with Jet to retrieve the treasure. And Sonic then realizes that there's something to do with the Babylonians, the ancient Babylonians that created the Extreme Gears. And basically, Sonic also has to like one-up Jet, or Jet's trying to one-up him. Basically, it's kind of the story's kind of, they like intertwine with each other, and each of the characters interact with each other. But it is mainly just racing, really. That's the main gist of the game. It's just racing, really. They just race for every single reason that there is. But the tracks are pretty good that they race in as well. Like Metal City, for example, I think it's called, the first level, which is like a sprawling metropolis. And then we've got jungle levels. We've got Egg Factory, which is really good. When we've got some old temples, and then the Then they've got Babylon Garden itself. So the tracks are all very layered and unique, and some can be a bit tricky, especially with the controls. The controls can be a bit tricky to get the hang of, and there is a lot of like drifting on tight corners, and that doesn't always work out well. So the controls, like I said, they take a bit of getting used to, and the better trick you do, the more power you get for your air meter. And eventually the two stories do come together, where Eggman tries to sneak in and get the treasure of Babylon for himself, essentially double-crossing Jet, and then he awakens the Babylon Guardian, and basically a big battle ensues, and each team then go their separate ways, but Jet still maintains a competitive rivalry with Sonic. So the story isn't that great. It isn't that memorable. It is mainly just the characters racing each other on Extreme Gears. And it's not just those three that you actually get to play as. You can unlock other characters as well, like Amy Rose, Shadow the Hedgehog, Dr. Eggman, Rouge the Bat, Cream the Rabbit, Silver the Hedgehog, Blaze the Cat. And I think you can actually unlock like other Sega characters as well, like Ai from Super Monkey Ball and Knights from Nights into Dreams. I've not managed to do that yet. I'm not sure how. There are also different tournaments you can play, and time trial modes and mission modes, and all the rings you collect along the tracks, you save enough of them up, you can buy all sorts of items in the shop, whether like other Extreme Gears, so you can mix and match whatever you want, apart from if it's a character's personal gear, basically. And the voice acting, well, it's classic Sonic voice acting, really. I mean, for example, Sonic is voiced by my all-time favourite Sonic voice actor, Jason Griffith. And apparently Jason Griffith also did the voice of Jet as well, which is honestly really cool. There's actually 3 Sonic characters that Jason Griffith has voiced: Sonic, Jet, and actually Shadow. So he's got quite the resume. But yeah, the Sonic Riders, all in all, Sonic Riders is a pretty decent racing game. It really is. And if you guys have any of the consoles it's on, like the GameCube or the PlayStation 2 like I do, I highly recommend checking this game out. It is a good game. And like I said, if you love a good racing game, then you pick this up. But like I said, the controls do take a bit of getting used to, so I would say check it out, but you do you, basically. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I just want to say something right now. This will be my last video for a week, because over the next week, I'm actually going to be away on a little holiday with my family. So I'm not going to be doing any videos during that time, but I'll be back the week after doing the video. So I just wanted to do one more video before I go, and might as well do a game that I've been wanting to do for a while. So yeah, I'm not going to be making any more videos for the next week, but I will be back the week after, just to let you all know. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on Sonic Riders in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Take care.